Story for me can elevate your design to those heights we all dream of as artists. Applying stories to your drawings will make your art have more meaning and connect with your viewers. Today I'm going to be sharing with you 4 strategies on how to apply stories to architectural design to have more meaning and impact on your viewers. At the end of this video, there is a bonus tip to help you solve those annoying problems during your design process. Coming right up. Chizan! Hi guys, I'm Tunde Stark, a huge fan of Chisholm, as you guess alright. Okay, before diving right into it, I just want to tell you how important story is to our design. Story is an important part of our design as it's the first impression your viewer gets when they see your design. Here's a good explanation of how our mind works when looking at an art. When story has been applied to your design, your viewer's mind tries to find meaning and connect with that design, or relates with it in some kind of way with his own personality or something he has come across before. So as architects, we really want to put story in mind when working through our design process, as this help our clients or viewers relate with our design. Our first tip is understanding your client's story and needs. Listening to your client's needs or story. What does your client need? Is he an introvert who just wants a huge wall to hang his paintings, or just someone who just needs a room to meditate? Or is he an extrovert who maybe need a large rooftop to party with his friends and family? Or is just someone who just needs a big space to invite his extended family while they enjoy the view of the ocean and nature? What's your client's story? What problems did he encounter in the previous place he was living in? How does he want to feel in his new home? So you have to ask those questions and connect with your client, which provides you a backup story for your design and creates a purpose for your design. Then you have to have it in mind that you're designing for your client, and understanding his story and needs is a great way for him to have that feeling he wants in his new home. I don't think you want to design for yourself either. So we are going on to tip number 2, the nature of your site. As architects, we know the nature of the site affects how the viewer sees our building. The wind, the sun movement during the summer and the winter, the road leading to the site, all this has to be considered, which will determine how our design, our building will be structured and how it will be positioned. Having a bad site can really be a pain in the ass, because you might have an overlong space, a too small site, an inconvenient topography, a rough terrain. You can even have an ugly old wall facing your building. You just have to find a way to change the views and make it more appealing to your viewers and make it more memorable. So work around those limitations. Turn this proportion into an interesting journey, which I'm very sure it will give you a great payoff at the end, in which your viewers will be able to relate with your design. On to our next tip, which is tip number 3. Use architecture symbols. Architectural symbols are symbols used to distinguish architectural types. They are symbols that help you see the differences between a church and a building. When you see a church, you know it is a church, and when you see a building, you know this is a building. It's because an architectural symbol has been applied to it. Here is an image. The first image, you can't tell without the signage that that's a church, but with the second image, I'm sure at the first glance you could tell that was a church, because an architectural symbol has been applied to it, which gave it meaning. That's how we could tell when we see a building that this is a bank building, or when we find ourselves in a hall, we can tell that this is a museum hall, because architectural symbol has been applied to it, in which your viewer can relate and tell that this is what they are looking at. So use architectural symbols. Tip number 4, aim for simplicity. Honestly, you really want to aim for simplicity with your design. Even your grandma should be able to look at your design and understand your design. That's what will make our YouTube thumbnails so easy to understand, so that we can get click. So thanks for clicking this video and click the subscribe button. Thanks. Back to the topic. Avoid using overly complex language. So often architects trying to like get recognition and followers use too much insider language. We make it really complex for your viewers who are not into architecture to understand what you are designing. So avoid using overly complex language, or else your viewer might just give up trying to find meaning and figure out your design. Now to our bonus tip: don't be scared to throw away a good idea. Not every idea that comes to you belongs to the building you're designing. You can't just pour in every idea that comes to mind. Just like when editing your videos for YouTube, you just have to cut out some footage that just doesn't move the story you're trying to tell forward. I know this might sound harsh, and you feel like I spend lots of hours filming those stuff. Come on, why will I delete those kind of stuff? You just have to do it you just have to get good at it to be a professional. You have to cut out those footage that just doesn't move your story along. It's the same in architecture. Throw out those ideas that just doesn't feel correct in your current drawing, and maybe keep them for later for some other design. So those were the 4 strategies I have for you guys today. I hope it has been really helpful and will start making you guys crush it with your design and give out those stories I know you have in you. Connect with your audience. I released my first video last week, which got I think 5 likes. So I hope you guys can help me aim for 20 likes this time around and smash that subscribe button. Hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now. Chisel!